Okay, our helmet stickers for this past game offensively was Anthony Schwartz. Had a huge impact play in the first quarter, really played well the whole night, did a really good job on special teams too. Defensively, is Derek Brown just had an unbelievably dominating performance, rushing the passer, playing the run, double team most of the night. And of course, Matthew Hill on special teams graded out the highest of anybody we had. Played with great technique, great effort, great physicality. So those are the guys that got the helmet stickers. Overall, very good team win. Really felt like we kind of took the next step. We played our best game. And, of course, then from a coach's standpoint, you get home and you turn the film on. We've got a lot of areas to improve on. I told our guys today, that there's opportunity for growth. I mean, we've got to keep improving each week. It gets tougher. And so our guys, they understand that. But overall, it was a good win for us, and we're happy to be 4-0, and we're getting ready for a good Mississippi State team coming here that got the best of us last year at their place. Questions?
How's the health of the team coming out of that game?
It was a physical game. There's no doubt. I think we're doing as good as you could, as physical as that was. Real proud of our offense and defense and special teams, the physicality. Another thing that I failed to mention yesterday, was our conditioning. I thought our conditioning was outstanding. Coach Russell and his staff and nutritionists and everything that goes with it. It was hot. We were in the sun the second half, and they were in the shade, and our guys didn't flinch. And I thought that was a big factor for the game too.
You got a little bit mad, I guess, at Matthew Hill at one point there. Is it the maddest you've ever been?
No, that's just emotion in the moment, So we'll be okay. We'll be ready. We'll be in a better spot next time we have that situation.
Because how different when you start looking back on film? Obviously, Swartz, Seth Williams made two huge plays, but having that group together really for the first time for a week, how much of an impact is that on the offense?
Yeah, it really helped. There's no doubt when you have all your weapons, that really helped. And I thought we got off to a fast start. We talked about that, and we were able to kind of take the crowd out of it a little bit. That really helped. And I was really proud of the offense in the fourth quarter, that touchdown drive. I mean, that really was the type of drives that you have to win on the road. And that was real proud of our unit, to be able to do that.
Yeah, when did you get the feeling that drive was going to be what it was? I mean, it was just a mean drive.
Yeah, you just kind of go with, you start out first and you know what you got to do. You're on the side with your guys and, hey, let's go down and score and we'll put the game away. And they just got it done. They executed, played with great pad level, great physicality, and I think we only threw it once. It was a big third down conversion to Seth Williams, and the rest of the time it was just mixing up some zone, mixing up some gap. Our guys blocked good on the perimeter, and that was a big time drive.
What does it say about Bo that he hasn't committed a turnover since that first game against Oregon?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the key. I mean, and once again, we had a lot of people touch the ball. We had a lot of running backs touch the ball. We had two different quarterbacks touch the ball. Didn't have any turnovers, so I thought that was big. Had a few penalties. We got to continue to improve in that area. But that was, when you don't turn the ball over, you got a chance.
Did the wide receivers make some improvement blocking?
I think so. After I watched the film, I think so. The effort's there, and Shedrick Jackson, hopefully we'll get him back this week. He's an outstanding perimeter blocker also.
You think Schwartz he'll have full use of his
Yeah, I don't know. But, he can catch it. You saw it on the fallout route and made a really good catch, squared his shoulders. We threw it to him with a club. So, we're going to continue to throw it to him, and hopefully he'll get better each week that he's out there.
What's he do for this offense? You saw that first play, the long touchdown, but just his speed.
Yeah. Well, I think you just said at his speed. He's got a different speed than anybody that I've personally seen in person, in football pads. And they got to respect him. And what happens is when you make a big play like that, it kind of opens up a lot of other things. So, he's an impact player that, a defense definitely has to at least be aware of.
Guess it looks like
We're getting plenty of inside pass rush, but not as much outside pass rush. Is that something you guys can get fixed, you think?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. I mean, of course, from a playing quarterback, it's tough when you get pushed in the middle. So I thought our guys did a good job of making the guy uncomfortable. He's good. I mean, he's a good quarterback. They got good receivers. They're a good team. And that was a quality win for us.
Is that as good a tackling day as you can remember from your defense?
We made some really good tackles and one-on-one in space against some good people. There's probably 3 or 4 that really stand out to me that if you don't make the tackle, it's probably a 10 more yard plus gain. So we tackled really well in the perimeter.
Before the season, Kevin was saying he wanted the goal for the defense to limit teams to about like 3.3 yards per carry this year. I think they're just about 3 point.
Mm-hmm.
On the season so far.
Yeah.
What's the difference in the game?
Yeah, I mean, we're stopping the run, and we're stopping the run, and we're running the football, and that's how we win here at Auburn. So we just got to continue to build upon, both sides doing that.
What does Christian Tuck bring to the table right now, returning punts?
Well, he had 2 big punt returns. He's got great courage. It takes courage to be able to, and their punter is outstanding. I mean, sometimes he's kicking at 60-plus yards. That one that, I think he's standing on the 22-yard line. He ends up catching at the 4. He kind of lost track, but then he made something positive out of it. But, he's got the ability to do really well, and I think he'll probably return one for a touchdown before the end of the season.
What was your reaction when he fielded that one on the 4?
I saw him there about 25 yards away. The guy kind of outkicked his coverage, so I wasn't too stressed. I was worried about him catching the ball, but once he did, I felt like we had a chance to get a pretty good play out of it. It's just that's a hard guy to prepare for now, and the wind was in his favor too, and he's capable of kicking at 5+ yards, and then he kicked one that went about 35 in bounds. I mean, so that's really hard to get your punt returner set to the yardage. It's kind of a guessing game, and we decided to put our guy a little bit deeper than normal. That's why you saw, I think, 2 of them bounce in front, but I think that's what you got to do with a guy like him.
You mentioned a couple of times that you feel like this team can still improve a lot.
Oh yeah.
What are some specific areas in offensive defense?
Oh, I mean, just offensively, it's execution. I mean, the self-inflicted things, whether it's a bad snap or there's a lot of different things. I mean, there's 20 plays that it was self-inflicted that we've got to get better, and it's about us. But so there's all kinds of room. And defensively too, execution. I mean, we can continue to get better, and the good teams get better. I mean, and that's our challenge. We got to get better. You can't be satisfied with where you're at. And I think our guys understand that. I mean, we're playing hard. We're playing physical. But execution-wise, we got to keep building upon that. And then special teams, I felt like overall our effort, our physicality was the best yet. But, there's still opportunities to improve there too.
So you say there were 20 plays on offense where y'all did not execute
Oh,
properly?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, execution, you got to execute right. I'm talking about, whether it's a bad snap or a protection breakdown, a carry out your fake type deal. I mean, those things that are critical to the success of a play. Now, there wasn't a whole lot of what I'd just say assignment bust, okay? But we're getting to see a point now, it's, we're talking it's game 4. I mean, so just got to continue to improve.
Guys haven't been here when another pretty dominant defensive tackle was here 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Was Derek in that same mold?
It kind of felt that way. It did feel that way now that you say that, he changed the game now. I mean, they were sliding to him every time they passed, and I mean, he was getting a push and every time, and he's a game changer, and that was impressive to watch.
What about your punt cover team? You had some problems with that before.
Yeah, it's the best we had. We almost got on that one that he muffed, but Anthony Schwartz having him back, to cover kicks really helps too. But our guys, it was a great effort. Our punter had good hang time. I thought he had a good day. He kicked the one out of bounds, but besides that, I think he did a really good job.
After getting a chance to review the game, were you able to pinpoint what happened on
You know, the first one rushed it just a little bit, and the other one we kind of had a protection bust, and he had to slide to his left a little bit. And when he slid to his left, it kind of messed up our timing. And then the flea flicker, we just missed it, and so, he's tough on himself. There's a lot of areas, every time you turn on the film, you see him grow. And the good thing is he knows, but, when when you're in front of 100,000 people and they're all rooting against you and you got some guys can rush a passer, it just takes a little bit, it takes a little bit and I think he'll improve each game.
This is another game in the second half you guys were able to run downhill a lot.
Yeah.
Especially on the drive. Do you think that was, in this game, a lot of the function because y'all were able to go to the outside at times?
There's no doubt. Early on, of course, common sense tells you got a true freshman quarterback on the road making his first start. They're going to get after him, and they blitzed us. And on the reverse, they blitzed us, and we knew they would. So we were trying to do some things to hurt the blitz. And then we had one where we tossed it to Anthony, and they blitzed us. And then they kind of settled down just a little bit. And so it kind of went by the script, what we hoped would happen. And then the second half, they started bringing a little bit more pressure, more run type pressures. But, when you hurt them on the perimeter, a lot of times it's a little bit easier and just, and then we kind of ran the ball inside, and then we kind of got the shovel working on the outside too. So it's just kind of, you got to mix things up.
I'll tell you, did you see the block that Spencer and I had to free Gatewood to make that touchdown throw?
It was a great play. It was a great play. And Joey made a great play too now. I mean, that play is designed to go outside, and he stuck back and threw it up and over. I mean, that was an impressive play by Joey.
He hit a couple of slants there to Seth in the second half.
Mhm.
Him being healthier,
Yeah.
how much of a difference maker is that? Because he's a guy who
I think you just said it, healthier. He wasn't completely healthy, but he showed a lot of guts, and I mean he's an impact player. I mean, he made plays to help us win the game, and I said having him and Swartz on the field at the same time with Eli and the rest of the crew at least gives us all of our weapons.
DJ Williams, what's the latest on him?
He practiced tonight. He looked better, so that's encouraging. We'll put him out there Tuesday and see how he's doing.
I mean, is there room to be another tailback in this offense? You feel like you got
We'll see. You can never have enough tailbacks in this league.
Have you liked what you've seen from Harold Joyner as he continues to get more and more involved?
I think so. We gave him a role, and I think he handled okay. We did put a ball on the ground on the sideline that, if he's going to continue to play, we can't do that. But he gives us a different element. He's a bigger guy, can really run. He's a pretty versatile guy.
Anything else? All right, good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.